Okay, next slide. Back to Serena, please.
The five sources of income as of 2022, according to the United States Secretary of the Labor, 24% of the Americans are now part-time or contract employee, and the figure is projected to grow. Explain how we can use the strategy of multiple source of income to address this growing trend.
Okay, so the idea here is that you probably want to have multiple sources of income to maximize the money coming into your household. Okay, because some people they don't have or they can't get a full-time job, so they need to have like 2 or 3 part-time jobs. Or even if you have a full-time job, you should probably still consider getting a part-time job or having a side business to maximize the income coming into your household. Yes or no? Yes, right. Now, if you're married, if you have a partner, well, you don't have to be married. If you're married, you have a partner, then maybe you have 2 incomes coming to your household, right? That is favorable. Okay. Sometimes, from my experience, some of my Russian students don't like this idea, and some of my Muslim students don't. The men, not the women, the men don't like this idea because their attitude seems to be, I'm the man, I'm going to provide everything. Okay, well, good. But what if you lose your job? Okay. And your wife is not working, or your girlfriend is not working? Now what are you going to do, right? You're going to have a crisis in your hand. So, but if you have 2 people working and contributing to the household, that's good, right? Especially if you have two full-time jobs, that's good, right? But even so, even if you have 2 full-time incomes coming to your household, you may want to consider 2 part-time jobs to bring more money to the household, or a side business to bring more income to the household. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to maximize your income within reason, right? Without giving yourself a heart attack or a stroke, right? Maximize the income coming to the household. That's probably a good idea. I'm not saying it's easy. Okay, it's not easy, but that's probably your best bet, unless you're Donald Trump or John Kennedy or David Rockefeller, right? Then forget it. Okay, you don't have to worry about this. But for most people, it's the way it is. Now, the most money my wife and I ever made was a year when we were making about $18,000 a year, a month. I'm sorry, $18,000 a month, which sounds pretty good. But she had a full-time job and I had a full-time job, and she had a part-time job and I had a part-time job, and I was also doing part-time consulting with little businesses, right? And we had a rental, and we had a house. Okay, so we were running our house. I was running the rental because I am the one who remodels the houses. And we both had full-time jobs and we both had part-time jobs. And I was doing part-time consulting to be able to bring in $18,000 a month into our household. Okay? That was a lot of work, but it helped. It helped us to become financially independent. Now, it's true it's not great, say, compared to a doctor. The average doctor in California is making about $20,000 a year, one person. Okay? So it's not that great, right? But it did help. It helped us to become financially independent little by little. Okay, so you got to think about this. Some people say, well, this is one of the things that's contributing to the high divorce rate in the United States, which is probably true. It's probably true. It's just too much stress, right? You have a husband working, the wife working, and then maybe also they're both working full time, they're both working part time, and they have a business. It's a lot of stress. But if you want to become financially independent, you may have to do something like this. It may be necessary. But that's for you to decide. Okay, next slide.